Hello, welcome in and welcome back, everyone. It's so good to see you. How is everyone doing today on this Wednesday, the 9th of April? Hello, Gypsy Whispering Winds. Thank you for being here to mod. Hello, I have new socks on, Granny to 13. Deafening Silence 2025. Meow, hello, Austin Shea. Town Chat Cafe. Hi, Sassy T. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hello, Heather Justified. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, Prayer Warrior, Austin Shea, Holly S. Triggered, new member. Didn't you join this morning, Triggered? Well, welcome again. Welcome, Trigger, to our family. Trigger, we have our reunions Saturdays, 1 p.m.-ish Eastern time. We have a great time. Hope to see you there. Everyone, welcome Triggered in. Thank you, Triggered. We have a case that I really need us all. Hey, Tune, Charlene, Wanda Dupree. We have a case that I really would like everyone to share. It is Jonathan Hong, and I hope I'm saying that right, Hong, from Arlington, Washington. He is 21 years old, high functioning autistic. He has been missing for 10 days today. He always, according to his family, he asks permission. Hi, Ginger's girls, mom. Sorry, y'all. I just started right in, didn't I? How's everyone doing this evening? Let me just finish with this intro and I'll talk to y'all for a second. He asks permission before leaving. He loves to walk. He went on a walk, asked to go on a walk, came home. The parents saw him. And in the morning, when the mother went to check in on him, he wasn't there. And I'm quoting her on that because that's what the reporter said. The first reports I read, because I went back, right, to dig deep a little bit for us. Well, let me stop there for a second. They filed missing and endangered persons report. And I'm covering both Sebastian and Jonathan together. We need to bring them both home. This is National Autism Acceptance Month, Accept People with Autism Month. We have two males here. I don't want to say boys. Sebastian's 16, Jonathan's 21. But they're endangered. We need to bring them both home. I want to tell you a little bit more about Jonathan's story from my digging, and then we'll read some articles. Very similar. So the first reports that I read state Jonathan left home without his shoes, his cell phone, or his jacket. Just let that sink in. The first reports Jonathan left home without his shoes, his cell phone, or his jacket, leaving sometime between bedtime or when he went to bed, around 7:30 p.m. When he went to his room, it was the last time they saw him, to morning, when mom went in and said he wasn't there. First report said he had his iPad, and that one report, let me say on that one, he had his iPad with him though, but that's what he takes when he's going on long trips, the family said, like in the car for distances. They said that concerned them that he might have been lured or gotten into a vehicle with a stranger. Welcome in, everyone. Very similar cases. Now, they said that he was wearing khaki pants the last time they saw him when he went into his room, and a green shirt. However, today they posted on Facebook, and I'm going to read it to you, that his sister found that clothing in her clean laundry by accident. It was there. So now they do not know what Jonathan would be wearing. Okay. Very similar, right? The family contributed quite a bit of information regarding his characteristics, and I'm going to share them with you. We need to bring them home. Donna B, good evening. Lori 626, Jen, how are you? Karen Killerman, how are you? Killerin, I'm sorry, Karen. I'm butchering everyone's names today. Hello, everyone. We had a long day with the Brian Kohlberger evidentiary hearing, so forgive me if I stumble over my words a little bit. We're all a little tired. Join us tomorrow if you want to finish it, and then we'll get back to Lori Vallow till I have to go back on Wednesday. Okay, welcome in. So I'm talking about this young man here, Jonathan Hong. And I'm telling his story right now a little bit, and then we're going to dig deep into the articles together. I've added most of the information into a spreadsheet, although I'm terrible with spreadsheets. But so just in case it's in a spreadsheet, right? I looked and I do not see any interviews yet from family members, but quoted in articles, okay? So let me read to you, first of all, the update from today. And if you want to follow follow it, it's help us find Jonathan Hong, endangered and missing in Arlington, Washington. Okay, so this is from today. And I am speaking now of Jonathan Hong. And when we end with Jonathan, we're going to go through the check for any updates on Sebastian and chat about a few other things. Okay. Here's the update for Jonathan today. Help us find Jonathan Hong, endangered and missing persons, is in Arlington, WA, just in case you want to go to it on Facebook. 4/9, that's today. Last time Jonathan was seen was he came home from a walk, 7:30 p.m., Sunday, March 30th, went to his room. That's why they thought he may be in khaki pants and a green shirt, but now today have announced they found that clothing in the sister's laundry by accident. Okay. Oh, and the iPad he may have with him, it does now, I read an article, it does not have cellular data, and the family said it would be dead by now. Okay. Have no power by now. We still have not found Jonathan. An update about clothing, and this is an update from today, the latest one I can find. Jonathan's younger sister found Jonathan's missing clothing had accidentally been sorted into her clean laundry. We do not know at this time what clothes he could be wearing. We've went door to door in the neighborhood. Yes, so the family is going door to door in the neighborhood looking for footage. I mean, honest to goodness, does this not merit? They're going to hire a private investigator because law enforcement has pulled back on the search. Huge search efforts, and we'll read about them, but they've pulled back until they get a tip or something to follow up on. They said Jonathan is 21, so it's not illegal for him to leave. But the parents explained he is a disabled adult. He's not childlike, but a disabled adult. So lots going on. Very familiar, my friends. So the family is now going door to door in their neighborhood to recover all the camera footage we've been able to recover. Thank you to the kind neighbors who also helped us with this effort. We found there is camera footage. Excuse me. One thing I want to add is, as Sebastian's neighborhood or home, Sebastian's home is on a street that ends in cul-de-sac. There's not through traffic. There's no reason for people to go in and out. You have to have a reason to go in there, right? Well, also Jonathan's home is on a street that ends in cul-de-sac. Okay. We found there is camera footage of every vehicle coming and going from the neighborhood. This includes a camera that has 24-hour footage of every vehicle that enters and exits the neighborhood. The street Jonathan's house is on ends in a cul-de-sac. So it's not a thoroughfare. You can't get out from enter in one end, get out on the other. So there you would have a reason to go in, right? There is a visual of Jonathan heading home from his last walk of the day. He is never captured on camera on foot on the streets after that time. That last time he was seen on camera or by anyone is still 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, March 30th. No sightings. We are begging the authorities to better examine the possibility that he was taken, kidnapped, as search and rescue was unable to find any sign of him at all in the woods or on foot. And also, they said there have been no sightings on there have been, the way it was put was interesting. No sightings. They have not seen Jonathan on foot on camera since 7:30 p.m. One of them, and I don't know if it's the way it was phrased is weird by accident or intentional. We'll read it. I hope we get to it. I have a whole bunch of things pulled up. He is not a child, but he is a disabled adult. Those who knew him well, his family, teachers, doctor, and neighbors, know and have agreed he was not prone to wandering, and all the circumstances surrounding his disappearance should be cause for alarm. He was happy in his home and at school. He is still in high school. He's in a transitions program, and that's where they prepare them to transition into high school. I believe that's what we have here. I asked my parents if he could stay. Oh, he is in high school in the transitions program and asked my parents if he could stay in transitions another year. He has no interest in living elsewhere. He told my parents more than once he wants to keep living with them. So meaning he wouldn't just leave. Each day he's been missing, his pain has been indescribably painful for our family. He is gentle, kind, funny, and so loved. Please help us find him. Jonathan was born on August 30th of 2003. He is 21, male, white, Asian, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'10", 135 pounds. He had on a t-shirt and pants, but now they don't know. And now they think he may have slipped his mother's black slip-on slippers on. Okay. His identifying characteristics are a mole on his right inner forearm, and he has high functioning autism, and he does respond to his name. Now, the numbers that they have down, if you happen to see Jonathan, know anything about Jonathan's location, is they want everyone to contact 911. Okay. Wow. So very similar. Okay. Because for those new to Sebastian's case, Sebastian Rogers also left was last seen when he went to his bedroom on a Sunday night. Was that a Sunday night? Did they say? Yes, on a Sunday night. Oh. And when Sebastian's mother went in to awaken him, she said he wasn't there, just like Jonathan's family. Sebastian also left, according to his mother, but non-verified by law enforcement, without shoes. Now, Jonathan was originally reported without shoes. However, now they think he might have black slip-ons. Sebastian's clothing has never been correct on the flyers. He is wearing, was wearing at the time he disappeared, black sweatpants, like the silky, shiny kind with the stripe down the side, like Adidas like, with a long sleeve t-shirt, not knowing what the image is on the t-shirt. Jonathan wearing what they thought for these last 10 days. He's been missing 10 days, no sight of him. What they thought was the clothing he would have on, khaki pants, green t-shirt, was reported today as having been found in his younger sister's clean laundry. Okay. Let's see what else I've got. We've got to bring him home. Please share his story. I put a flyer on my community post yesterday for him. Okay, let's see. Arlington, Washington is in Snohomish County. They said that it's a rural area, one of the most beautiful areas in Western Washington, along a river and I'm not sure the name. It starts with an S and it's really long. And one of our articles will share it. So there is a river nearby, so that is of concern for all individuals, especially attracts people, because Jonathan's not a child and Sebastian's not anymore either. He's 16. Attracts people with autism, right? We're not, Shirley H., we are comparing the similarities of the disappearances. We absolutely can compare that because they're so similar. Now, that doesn't mean the same things occurred with the children. One may have gotten in a car with a stranger. One may have disappeared in a different way. One may have been lured by the internet. One may have been lured by someone he knew. We have no idea, but we can absolutely compare the information and reports that are coming out in the news and in the public. It's very, very similar, very similar. And the parents are very concerned, and they are hiring their own private investigator. They want law enforcement to reconsider, because although he is 21, Jonathan is a disabled adult, may have difficulty. May be challenged getting home without assistance. And no, Kiki, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad. I looked it up. Apparently, there was a video on Facebook, possible sighting. Apparently, it was a woman, and they took her to the emergency room. And I didn't reach much more than that because I was on our show. And thank you so much for your sweet donation. So that one sighting, they thought they saw, thought they saw him, and it was a woman, and they've taken her to the hospital emergency room. Okay. Yeah, and that's what exactly all I need is Jesus, what I was just about to say. As we watch Jonathan's case, we may learn things for Sebastian's case or town in the future, and vice versa. One thing I can tell you, which is super cool that we can learn. Thank you again, Kiki. Appreciate you. Absolutely. And one thing that I think in light of how many children, let me go missing nowadays, this is really interesting. The county, and it's that long name, Snohomish County. The town where he is from is on an indigenous territory as well. Trying to see. So the interesting thing is, let me get it for you. I'm looking for it for you right now. Their sheriff they have a group that they have established who has received extensive training from the sheriff's office. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, wait, no. From the sheriff's office. It's called the Shohohomish County Sheriff's Office Volunteers Search and Rescue Team. And it's under the direction of the Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Unit. And there's several hundred volunteers, and they have been expertly trained in specializing in search tactics and technology for locating missing individuals. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that every town should have that. That's several hundred volunteers who are expertly trained by the sheriff's office in their search, rescue, location, tactics, and techniques, for locating missing individuals. What a great resource, right? That's not what it showed at my end. That's wild. Oh, what did it say on your end? The side I came across said it wasn't him, that it was a lady taken to the hospital. What did it say for you, Kiki? And thank you again, my friend. Very kind and thoughtful. All I need is Jesus, coffee, and true crime. Love you, Jay. Wish I could do more. Oh my goodness. You all being here, giving it a like, supporting the children. That's being here, right? That's what you can do the most of. Go to We Are Sebastian's Army at gmail.com. See what you can do. Go to Seth's website. He has numbers from each of the United States where we can mail, email, fax. They'll also send you bracelets and t-shirts and ways to volunteer. You all are amazing in the things you do. You show up for these kids, these victims, sometimes even when their parents don't. And I really appreciate you all. I truly do. Thank you so much. And Granny to 13, you've been a member for 4 months. Thank you so much for that support. What is the river? I can help with the pronunciation. Okay, let me pull up. Thank you all. Let me pull up the map here. I think I have it up. Hold on. There is a map. Or I'll just spell it for you real quick because I don't want to go out of order because I'll lose my train of thought. But let's keep going. Okay, let me spell it for you, okay? This puts, wait, am I in a different one? Okay. It is near the river. Okay, I thought you meant the county. Hold on. Let me see. Sorry, everyone. I do want to read this, though. Stillaguamish River. Stillaguamish. Stillaguamish River. In the western foothills of the Cascade Range. Did you guys get that? Stillaguamish River. Stillaagua. I don't know where it was now. Right here. MISS, I think I said. I lost it now, y'all. So let's keep reading this. See what else they have. Law enforcement is uncertain they can do more for Jonathan's case. It has graduated to major crimes, but since there is no evidence of foul play or a crime taking place, they don't think there is much more they can do. And the family's looking for donation help. I stay out of all that. I never encourage anyone. You do what you do. It always seems to be, and then it says, law enforcement suggests continuing to circulate his missing poster, name, image, and awareness that he is missing in the hope someone sees him somewhere. If a neighbor to Jonathan's parents or anywhere remotely close, to 114th Drive, Northeast Arlington, Washington. Please save any security ring camera footage from 6 p.m. Sunday, March 30th to 6:30 a.m. on Monday, March 31st. So he was noted missing at 6:30 a.m. Now his sister's name, I believe, is Irene. Let's see. It says Irene Pfister, Pfister. And in one I saw Irene Pfister Hong. And the father is Thoa, like Tao, I believe it's pronounced. My brother Jonathan Hong went missing in Arlington, Virginia. He was last seen in his home on his way to bed on Sunday night, March 30th at 7:30 p.m. The best ways for the public to help at this time. All locals, especially those on 114th Drive and surrounding streets, Zaretsky and Byrne Road, please have security camera and ring footage from Sunday evening around 7:30 p.m. through Monday morning. It often wipes after a week, and the sheriff said if Jonathan was taken, saving security camera footage is critical. Spreading his flyers anywhere and everywhere is the best way for anyone else looking to help at this time. You all are amazing at it. His flyers on my post from yesterday. Please post in physical spaces with high traffic and post online in community groups or anywhere with high visibility. Thank you so much. And there is a link to the missing poster and also a link to ideas of where to post and distribute. Sonoma County sheriffs called on all search and rescue in the state to assist in an arm length to arm length search. I've done one of those for Daniel Robinson. On Saturday, April 5th, the terrain is technical around the parents' home. When I saw the backyard, there's a wood, like a woods. That's why they said they couldn't find them in the woods. There's woods that are right up to their backyard. The terrain is technical around my parents' home. Yesterday, Thursday, they utilized some SAR, search and rescue, with mountaineering experience or skills with technical terrain. But they are hoping to have as many search and rescue as possible for him on Saturday. Search and rescue only, no volunteers at this time. Okay, to answer some common questions. And then I'm going to read to you characteristics. And we remember the search for Sebastian. It was extensive and it covered massive amounts of walking miles, radiuses, retention ponds were drained, dogs were out, ATVs, law enforcement, horses. Amber Alert was sounded within 24 hours. The difference, we'll keep going. So now here are some common questions being answered, and then I'll share some characteristics about Jonathan. They provided quite a bit, and I will read them to you. Sorry, let me take that down. Thank you, Granny, for your support. Appreciate you very much. Kiki, you sent me an email. Thank you, dear. I appreciate it. I will look at it in a sec. Thank you so much. And thank you for your kind donation. You all are very sweet. We had a long day, didn't we? But it was, wow, interesting. It's an evidentiary hearing for Brian Koberger, and the defense is really trying to get, today they talked about getting the word touch, DNA out, bushy for eyebrows, murder, psychopath, and sociopath. It was something. To answer some common questions, Snohomish, and that's the county, Snohomish. Does that help for the pronunciation, Snohomish County Sheriff has utilized SAR, professional trackers, scent dogs from multiple counties. Now, the father said, Tao Hong said they even brought cadaver dogs, a cadaver dog, I think he said. Scent dogs from multiple counties, drones, helicopters with infrared cameras, technology specialists to look through Jonathan's devices, searchers with expertise in autism. Okay, now that's interesting too. Did we have searchers with expertise in autism for Sebastian's search? I just had never heard that. That's another thing, we can learn. There are searchers who are with expertise in autism because autistic children tend to wander, right? They tend to hide. They tend to hide also from loud noises or run. Okay. And who work with autistic youth. Okay, let me say that again. Searchers with expertise in autism and who work with autistic youth for their paying jobs. Oh, there we go. Okay. So maybe teachers, ABA, therapists. You could have the occupational therapists, lots of different people who would be working with autistic youth, coaches. Okay. Thursday, search and rescue with mountaineering experience and experience with technical terrain were utilized, as well as 4 highly trained dogs that could track days-old scent near water and marshes. There has been no sign or indication of where he could have gone. Although Jonathan is verbal, he may not have the skills to seek help. He struggles with problem solving and tends to shut down when presented with a stressful situation or a problem he doesn't know how to address. If lost, he likely doesn't know how to put himself in a visible space for searchers. He will not be able to relay his own address or phone number, but he will respond to his name and he can hold conversations. Okay, his stims. His verbal stim, by the way, sounds like he's saying, hmm. Stims. When anxious, he often rocks or paces. With high anxiety or stress, his movements can become stiff as he paces. Occasionally, he has a vocal stim that sounds a bit like hmm. He often sits with his shoulders hunched forward. Okay, and here's the update because someone thought they saw a woman, and this is the one I was telling you about, Kiki. Update. The Washington State Police confirmed the individual was a woman and they are transporting her to a shelter. We had 6 reports in our messages of a potential sighting of an individual that looks like Jonathan on 410 between Unum and Greenwater. We've been informed that Washington State Police does not think it's him, but we are asking if they can send us a photo of the individual. Well, they took her to a shelter, so it must have maybe a homeless or someone who has no home. If you think you've seen Jonathan, please do not hesitate to call 911 immediately. Provide them with as much information as possible. You will not be in trouble for trying to help or if your tip ends up not panning out. When you report tips to Jonathan's family or this page, the police aren't as likely to act or investigate unless it comes directly from the source with detailed information. Snohomish County Sheriff suggested taking a photo of the person of interest. Note a specific location, an address if possible, and the time of sighting. Thank you all for continuing to look for Jonathan. We're going to read a couple articles and I'm going to show you a map. So Jonathan has been missing 10 days. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing 13 and a half months almost. Actually, yeah, pretty much on. And we are going to continue as Sebastian's army and hopefully Jonathan's as well. Let me share some articles with you about Jonathan. I pulled some initial ones and also some update ones. Oh, Kiki, let me read yours real quick. I'll read your email update real quick since we are on the case. Now the picture says February 22nd, and Jonathan went missing March 30th. Am I reading that right? A lonely autistic man dials 911 asking for someone to wish him happy birthday. Here's what happens, and then there's a video. Oh, wow. How sad, right? How sad is that? So many lonely people. Sebastian wanted friends too. Okay, so I'm going to share an article with you. Sorry about that news update. I've got several, and we'll read them because some of the information's, added and all that stuff changes. Additional, more specific information as well. Okay, we're going to go right here. Okay, first I'm going to share the location. Okay, good. By the way, it's population about 20,000 in 2021. Okay, so here is the area, and they have an interactive map that will show exactly where he was last seen that will pull up. This is the area. Let's look for the river. Now, they were talking about Burn Road, but let's look for that river. So we have Route 9, we have 530 here, highways. They were talking about 4th Street, so he's in here, okay? So let's look down a little bit. So he's in this area. There's water here too. Concerning is all of this to me, right? Someone could just jump easily on the interstate and take off. So hopefully they have the license plate readers, but I don't know. They investigated, they called back the search on, well, let's get to the date ourselves. I don't want to say, because I'm not 100 with the case. I've done a little bit of a deep dive because I wanted to know. I want to help. Okay. So lots of interstates around here. He lives around a river. He has not been sighted on foot since, so therefore they believe he may have gotten into a vehicle. Now let's see if we go like this, what else it shows us here. This is Washington, so he's here. Beautiful area. Go to Kayak Point. I love to kayak. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so it's on the western region. There's a Lake Kavanaugh here. Here's Arlington. I don't see that river listed. He said it's difficult terrain also because it's woods. See, there's an Indian reservation here. I think the description said Arlington was 10 miles north of Everett, the county seat here, and 50 miles north of Seattle. Thank you. Seattle. So this is the area the young man disappeared in. And it's concerning because there's a lot of interstates around here. if he did get in with a stranger, for them to get in, and for stranger to get in, take him in the car or whatever, and go. Okay, let me share something else with you. I want to see what you have to say about the "We will find you," right? Jay, thank you, Granny to 13. Snohomish County. You're the best. Snohomish County. See, when you break it into syllables like that, that's how you teach reading too, right? Snohomish County. Thank you, Granny to 13. Still a Guamish River. Thank you. Wow. I better write that down because we'll be following this case. Still a Guamish is the river. And then Snohomish County. We're having an English lesson. Mish County. Thank you so much, Granny. That is much appreciated. Okay. Take a drink of my soda. Let's see what else we can learn about. He's 21, Austin, which is why after the search, I think was for 6 days extensive, law enforcement doesn't think that they have more that they can offer to help locate him, and that he's 21, so they don't see foul play or a crime occurred. So, and it's not illegal for him to leave. So the family is wishing that they would reconsider the fact that he could have been abducted, kidnapped, taken by a stranger, got in a car, and that he is a disabled adult. Although he can hold conversations, he is a disabled adult. And they did explain some of his characteristics that I do want to read to you real quick. And then I'll share. Well, you'll hear the same. You'll hear them when I read the articles. So let's keep going. And please put a 1 if you're interested in continuing to follow Jonathan's case along with Sebastian's. A 2 if you're not so into it. And be honest, no judgment. 1 if you want to continue both boys. And if you're interested in both cases, continuing to have updates. 2, not so much. I will still update in the posts and all that. Let's see here. Okay, let's get going with this young man and see what we know. Okay. He is 21. Oh, Shirley said, how old is Jonathan? Because if he's over 18, he's 21. It doesn't matter if he's special needs, he would still be considered an adult. Yes, that's a great point, Shirley. I wonder if we need, I wish that we could change that, right? Hi, Jenny Machete, Sassy T. It runs through Arlington, Washington. Population around 20,000 in 2021. And so Kiki, I'm thinking that the one you sent me, because it said February 22nd. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'll go back and look at that, Kiki. I think I get what you're saying now. Hold on. Yes, I did not hear anything about that. I do see the resemblance. Okay. Let me go ahead and show you pictures of Jonathan, who is characterized as being very sweet, friendly, helpful, innocent, kind. His dad said he's a creature of comforts. He likes to be comfortable. Oops, sorry. So there he is. Whoops. That's Jonathan Hong, missing from Washington, Arlington, Washington, since March 30th. Here he is. He did not take a jacket with him. They originally reported he did not take shoes or his cell phone. Now they think he may have taken his mother's slippers, black slip-ons. They said he may have taken his iPad, however, it has no cellular data and would be dead by now. Okay, there he is. Look at how cute. So hard to see. Oh my goodness. Oops, sorry. You don't want to miss that one. Look at that smile. Wow. Oh, he's handsome. They both are. So we need to bring him home. Jonathan Hong, let's read the article now. Is that it? Okay, here we go. Search to continue Saturday. This was last Saturday. For missing 21-year-old. Oh, wait. I'm not sharing it with you, am I? Do you have it? Okay, good. I'm praying they're all found too. Thank you, Kiki. Very strange. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate it. I will look at that in more detail. Oh, okay. So there's another one that we can. I'm going to write it down, Austin. Has she been found? Has Jayleek Rainwalker been found? Special needs? I will look that one up too. Hi, little Red. 21, regardless of having special needs, is legally considered an adult, meaning they are entitled to the rights and responsibilities of adulthood. Yes. Well, I'm not going to answer, but I believe she was. Yes. Okay. I think Autism Speaks searches for Sebastian. I tagged them in this video. That's funny you'd say that. This month is Autism Acceptance Month, making everyone with autism feel included and accepted. Gypsy said, I wonder how you go about getting this training for future searches. I would like to think we never have another one, but we do, right? And so I think it's just so cool that hundreds of volunteers trained by the sheriff's office. So your sheriff's office would institute it. It's ran by the sheriff's office, and they give them expert training in tactics and technique for searching and rescuing a missing person and attempting to locate. And I think all of us, we can learn from this from Arlington, right? I think it's fabulous. Absolutely a great thing. Okay. And then we also learned that Sumner County has the FUSIS system, where businesses and private residents can turn in or register their cameras, so police don't have to go out. They can get that live feed for those homes that registered it and those businesses that registered it, and they have license plate readers and other things. So that may, others can learn from that in Sebastian's case. So we take things back and forth, and we want to put all we can to each case. Okay. Jonathan, search to continue Saturday for missing 21-year-old Arlington man. Jonathan has been missing, has been missing since Saturday evening. He was last seen wearing a green shirt, khaki pants, and black slip-on shoes. And he was heading to his bedroom and possibly carrying his iPad. So when he was last seen, he was wearing a green shirt, heading into his room for the night, green shirt, khaki pants, black slip-on shoes, and possibly carrying his iPad. Okay, here's another picture of him. He's very cute. Handsome young man, or adult now, right? The search for 21-year-old man from Arlington entered its 5th day Friday. Jonathan Hong has been missing since Sunday evening. He was last seen around 7:30 p.m. at his home in Arlington, wearing a green shirt, khaki pants, and black slip-on shoes, and may be carrying his iPad, which has no cellular data. Hong, who is autistic, left barefoot without his cell phone or jacket. Search efforts, I mean, it's so similar. It makes, I mean, gosh, that's so similar. Search efforts for Hong include ground teams, canine units, drones, and the Snowhawk 5 helicopter, including help from search and rescue teams from King Island counties, according to a Snohomish County Sheriff's Office. The search will continue Saturday. Residents in the area urged to check backyards, outbuildings, same as Sebastian's and Summers, garages, and Michael Vaughn's vehicles, and review home surveillance footage. Please call 911 immediately if you have any information. People can help search efforts by sharing social media posts and staying alert for any sightings of Jonathan. The let me get to my notes. Snohomish. I didn't even find my notes, but I think I did pretty good there. The Snohomish County. I lost my place now. Let's see here. Sheriff's Office Volunteer Search and Rescue Team, under the direction of the Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Unit, is made up of several hundred volunteers who are expertly trained in specialized search tactics and techniques for locating missing individuals. That's amazing. I think everyone should have that. Here's a larger picture of him. So great. Love it. Okay, stop sharing that one. I'm going to give you another one. Another child missing, and Reba Thompson, it's so similar. Left with no shoes, no jacket, no cell phone. Last time seen by the family, he was heading to his bedroom for the night. Mom went in at 6:30 a.m. on Monday morning. This all happened Sunday night, 6:30 a.m. Monday morning. Jonathan's mom went to check on him and, quote, he wasn't there. I mean, it's the same quote. It's so similar. It almost, it almost can make you wonder. Think about things. Just think about that similarity. Could there, I know we all have our opinions, but in light of this, could there be, and maybe just, I don't know, but the knowledge but anyway, let's say both of them turn out to be a stranger. Do we have a serial kidnapper going after autistic males? I'm just saying, because we don't know what it's going to come down to. We all have our suspicions, our theories. Jalik was mixed white, black, beautiful young man, adopted and abused. It was in 2007. Same PF type behavior. I will look up that case. Yes, his dad and sister have been speaking out. The dad said, I'm going to share with you an article where the dad talks about law enforcement being honest with them, I think. And he said, they're being very honest with us that every evening, every day longer is a day he may not survive because of the temperatures. And I looked it up. They're in the 30s and 40s for their lows at night. And he didn't take a jacket or shoes, apparently. Now they think he may have the black shoes. I don't know. Okay. We're going to go to this one right here. Okay. Family wants to hire private investigator in search of Arlington man with autism. This is 2 days ago. Snohomish County Sheriff's Office called off the search for a missing 21-year-old out of Arlington. Jonathan Hong's family is not giving up hope. They've set up an online fundraiser to help pay for a private investigator. He has autism, and the family is worried that he may have been kidnapped. They sound like, I hope they can reach out to Seth and help each other a little bit, right? I'm frightened that because of the label, him being autistic, His sister, Irene Hong Pfister, told Cairo 7, the people searching for him made an assumption, that he just wandered off, but we think that someone took him. That's scary. Hong went missing on March 30th. He was last seen around 7:30 p.m. at his home in Arlington. He was wearing a green shirt, khaki pants, and black slip-on shoes. For about a week, rescue crews have been searching on foot with canine units, drones, and even helicopters to try and find Hong. They haven't had any luck. See, very similar. They didn't have any luck. They did an extensive search, is what I'm saying, in Sumner County, too. Pfister said the Snohomish County Sheriff's Departments told her they won't search again, that as an adult, he is free to leave. They said because there is no evidence of a crime taking place or foul play has taken place, they don't think there's much that major crimes will do, she said, which is really, it was devastating to hear yesterday. Oh my gosh, you all, we need to help. At this time, this article was written, the family's GoFundMe was at nearly 7,000 to continue their search for Hong. The family says the funds will be used to hire a PI, lawyers, and other experts and advocates to find him. Wow. I'm glad. Yes, they're worried. They want them. Oops, sorry. They don't want them to stop because they know they're saying he's not a wanderer, right? So they're begging law enforcement to not let it go. And because he's 21, and I know someone said, do you think that they located him? Well, I think they would have told the family. Someone had emailed me that. I think they would have told the family in order to stop. I think they would have told the family in order to stop the search, right? If they had located him and he said, I don't want to be found, they would stop the search, stop the resources, right? And then tell the family. So that in answer to an email I received earlier today after I put that first post out, or yesterday, I think it was. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Let me see if you guys are saying anything here. We can all learn from hundreds of missing children's special needs, right? Whispering Wind says we can all learn from hundreds of cases of missing children's special needs. Yes. Yes. So is he not dependent on his parents, Jonathan? Let me explain what his parents, how they described him characteristically. I'll go through my notes. Okay. And I'm sorry, this isn't my spreadsheet. I have put it all into a spreadsheet, but I'm in a different room. So I'm just going to read it from my notes, okay? About his characteristics. See, they said they don't have footage of him on foot on the streets after 7:30. So that's why they believe he got in someone's car, or someone lured him. Okay. Let's see. He is not a wanderer. The circumstances surrounding this disappearance are alarming to the family because this is unlike Jonathan Hong's behavior. He loves living at home. He is in transition high school, and wants to continue, asked his parents if he could continue it for another year. I did not hear a level. He's high functioning. I didn't hear, I believe, I didn't hear the level, but he is high functioning. So it would be a level 1. Okay. Excuse me. I lost my train of, sorry, y'all. Okay. He's very happy at home. And this is from the family. Said he didn't plan on leaving the parents. He wanted to do transitions one more time. He rocks back and forth, and he also paces. He sits with his shoulders slumped forward. It's spread out through different articles, so hold on. He is autistic yet verbal, can carry on conversations, will respond to his name. His vocal stem sounds like He will shut down, Jonathan will shut down in stressful situations and struggles with problem solving. He'll also shut down if there's a problem he doesn't know how to address. He left between the evening when they saw him go into his room and between then and the morning when his mother went in and he wasn't there. Let's see here. They thought he had on the khaki pants and the green shirt, but now they've realized he does not. They don't know what he's wearing. They believe he left with bare feet, no shoes. Some reports say mom's black slippers, black slip-ons, others, but no shoes is what was originally reported. They believe he may have gone out the back door. Responds to his name. Jonathan may not have the skills to seek help. He may not have the skills to seek help. He can become quite stiff and shut down during stress, even if he's pacing. They gave us a lot of information about him. The dad said he's a creature of comforts. He likes his things. He likes to be comfortable. Very innocent, a helper. Dad said they even brought the cadaver dogs. There's no sign of foul play or suspicious activity. They've suspended the search pending tips or evidence recovery. I'm just trying to make sure I can get to you. Friday, okay. They designated Jonathan an endangered missing persons, but Washington State Patrol did on Friday the 4th. There has been no sign of him at all. Not in the woods, not on the street, not walking, not on a camera, not an eyewitness, not anywhere. And the clothing isn't accurate because now they don't know what he's wearing because they found that clothing in his younger sister's clean laundry. The clothes he had on the night before when he was heading to his bedroom, they found that in his sister's clean laundry. So now they don't know what he's wearing, okay? So they are very concerned that someone has lured him away or he got in a car with a stranger. It's not like him to leave without asking permission. He loves to take walks, but he asks to leave. And he asked to take a walk shortly before he disappeared and came home. I wonder if he encountered someone on that walk. I don't know. Just a thought, right? Else I can tell you about him. We're to call 911 if we think we see him. Please share the flyer. I put it on my post, but also on Facebook under the group. Help us find Jonathan Hong missing. They have if you scroll in the introduction, they have a flyer you can download. So Jenny, to answer your question, I don't know, they haven't mentioned how dependent he is on his parents, but he doesn't want to leave home, but I don't know how dependent he is on for life skills, daily skills. Okay. Banking skills, transportation skills. We don't know that yet. I haven't heard if he could drive. Kiki, you are not driving me crazy. I appreciate you sharing that with me. I do. You all, no matter what you have, if it's something different than I've last seen, please keep going with it. Email me. Because, I don't get this. I don't see everything. Too Many Shoes says, at Shirley, my adult son with autism is developmentally like a 12 to 14-year-old, and he would most definitely have trouble making his way back home. Yes. And they did say that he would struggle. it would be a struggle for him to return home on his own. Okay. And that he wouldn't, one of his skills would not be to ask for help or to make himself visible for search and rescue. This is serious, though. He has not been seen in 10 days. They're in the 30s and 40s at night. He left without shoes. He left without his jacket. He doesn't have his cell phone. So let's all please share his flyer, share his story. Is there anyone in here in Washington? Talk about it, please. Yes. Austin, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question. Austin, it is on a reservation titled, let me see if I can find it. Let me look real quick. I'll find it for you. No. Let me see. It did say it's on a reservation. I put it in my community post. That's right. It's in my community post. Let me look. I'll read it to you. But they're similar cases. Doesn't mean the same thing happened to both boys. But boy, the disappearances are almost mirror images. Okay. As far as the details, let me go ahead and go in my post now. And I'll read to you the name of I will read to you the name of the territory, indigenous territory. 1 second. Okay. I didn't put it on there, did I? Huh. It's a long name. I thought I put it on there. Okay. So maybe it is in my notes. It is, let's see here. I don't know, my friend. Let me just look at what Indian Territory. I'll just Google it real quick for you. They also have an interactive map I want to show you, like, so people can register. It's right here, and let them know where they've. Okay. I'm going to share this with you because I want to show you this. And when I went and searched for Daniel Robinson, they had an app that we used. And it was really amazing because every time we did the line search arm to arm, and every time we took steps, it registered to the dad, David. So he knew every area that had been covered. And when people would go out at night without the search team or during the days because they searched on Saturdays mainly, if logging into the app, then David Robinson, Daniel's father, would know who covered that certain areas were covered. It was just really phenomenal. Now, what they seem to have here is, let's go back to it. This is from gosh, you know me. Hold on. This is from Missing Persons in America. Oh, now they say missing since March 31st. Now, the other reports say the 30th and reported missing on the 31st. So, oh goodness, let's just keep moving on. We've seen that happen in the other case, right? Okay, so if you are in Washington, he is in Arlington, like the 18500 block of 104th 14th Drive, Northeast Arlington. He left on foot, believed to be barefoot. Okay, so this is an interactive map. And I guess let me make sure you can see the legend here. Can you see it? Okay. So they want you'll register with the map, I'm sure, like we did with the app. It even has a place where you can download a flyer, print a flyer. Not sure what the source links are, but they might be, I don't know. You can make a post. It's very interactive in the search. SourceLink might be one of the tools that they were using, like the app or something. And they want people to green means you placed a flyer there. Red means this is an important location. Yellow, because you're marking the interactive map, right? Everyone who's searching is using this same map, marking it, okay? Yellow is areas searched. Blue, area missing from. Lavender, pinkish purple is tracking. Very interesting. That is really cool. I'm actually going to bookmark that for us. That's super cool. Why is it bookmarking the wrong thing? Hold on. Got it. Okay. In Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, we're going to talk about. I'm going to see if there are any updates for Sebastian. These young men we need to find. They are both high functioning, very intelligent, very smart, very capable conversationalists, very verbal, and they are lost. Lost to some, right? Checking X for you to see if we have anything. If we do, I will pull it up for Sebastian, who has been missing over 13 months. Dog the Bounty Hunters involved in the search now. At Night Intelligence, One World Media. We have Sebastian's Army. His father, Seth Rogers, has coordinated this. He has a voice that won't stop. Austin, I don't know. It said they live in a territory, but it didn't say specifically if they actually reside on the reservation. I'm going to continue deep diving, so I will certainly bring that to y'all's attention because that changes regulations, right? LE and all that. Correct, Austin? Okay, let's go to At Night, and let me take your questions before I. Deafening Silence said, I feel there needs to be an emergency checklist that needs to be completed immediately when 911 call goes in. Yes. Honestly, y'all, that sheriff's office search and rescue volunteer group, every town needs that. It's hundreds who are expertly trained to search, rescue missing people, to search and rescue and locate missing people. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, 8 hours ago. Oh, 2 hours ago. Oh, yes. Okay. At Night's got some stuff they're sharing. Let me go ahead and get us to X here. So many ways we can help. So, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I was reading something. Okay, I am going to share with you. And we are going to go to X and we're going to read the updates. Sorry, I was stuck on that one. The first thing that came up, and this wasn't what we were looking for, and I'll enlarge it for you. This is not at all what I was going for, but we'll look at it since it's right there. If your son was missing and you came across a public page where someone saw him, would this be your first move, response, reaction? At all. I have received an alert with a picture. I would have called police, praying for a safe return home. Oh my gosh, I'm outside now hearing the helicopters all around. Did you call the police? My daughter and I spoke to him. Katie, KP. What did he say? Anything? Did he seem stressed? Was he wearing shoes? Yes, my sister saw him as well. As soon as she heard, she called me and then called the police. Hmm, interesting. Okay. Well, I love this. Look at this. You seeing that? Look at that. That's on At Night's banner for their X. That is so cool. They're all who took me? Missing teen. Up to $447,000 reward. Age 16, 5'5" may be different, 110 may be different, brown or hazel eyes. And that's because his eyes change with mood and attitude, Seth said, and brown or blonde hair. Okay, I love that. Okay, let's read on. Let's see what they have to say. I love that they keep his name out in the public so much. Okay, that is amazing, isn't it, everyone? Look at that. At Night Private Intelligence. And that was the logo search. And I'm going to ask you about that in a second. I submitted your suggestions. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. You may begin noticing these billboards across the United States, initially in major cities. At Night will be sending out a select number of kits containing dual flyers, FBI and At Night, for local distributions to civilians nationwide. Get your packets. If you're interested, please email. Oh, they have one too. Let me help at oneworldmedia.com. Let me help at oneworldmedia.com. I'm writing that one down too. Let me help at oneworldmedia.com. Okay, and then remember the other one is we are Sebastian's Army at gmail.com. Okay. 3 hours ago, At Night Private Intelligence, Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'm glad we checked. Sebastian vanished the night of February 25th, 2024, after leaving Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The public must remember, no evidence supports that he is deceased. Let me make sure you guys are there. Just want to make sure. Okay. No evidence that he is deceased. We remain driven by the conviction that he is alive and that someone knows the truth. We urge the public to stay vigilant, stay alert, and stand sturdy for Sebastian. Every tip, every moment of awareness, and every eye on this case counts. If seen, dial 911. If seen overseas, contact your nearest American embassy or consulate. Visit fbi.gov/wanted/kidnap/ that's for his wanted poster. You can also go to the tbinewsroom.com for information on Sebastian. The internet, and then there are international offices listed. Crime and terror have a global reach, and so does the FBI. Love that. There's Sumner County Sheriff's Office, TBI, Dog and At Night. Sebastian is still out there. Until he's home, we don't rest. Amen. We are Sebastian's Army. Notice this banner is not endorsed, affiliated with, or authorized by law enforcement agencies. And we read these, right? Did you all? I'll end with this because this one was the one. If you didn't hear this one, this was something. This was April 2nd, and this is the last one I'm going to read tonight. This was April 2nd, and it was after the sheriff delivered the subpoena, after Hi, Kelly. Yes, he's been missing 10 days. Almost identical situation. No shoes, no jacket, no cell phone, autistic, high functioning. It's not spotted, walked out after they saw last seen going in his room for bed. Mom went in the morning, quote, he wasn't there. So he left between bedtime and morning. No, they have searched just like extensively, no sightings of him. And police have now scaled back because they don't believe there's a crime. He's 21 and they don't feel there's much more they can do right now to help. The family is begging on Facebook for us to help, to circulate his flyer, to tell his story, to share his picture, please. Thank you so much. So I'll keep you updated on this because I really think it's, oh, I see ones. Good. I didn't even know I had ones. 1.5. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. When we have updates, I will give them to you. Absolutely. So let me give you this last thing for Sebastian. It's so much like Sebastian's case, Kathy Smith. Most of the kids, Gypsy says, so far have been on the missing endangered list. Yep, you're right. Not all get an Amber Alert, and not all have almost $500,000 reward. At Night, in collaboration with Dog the Bounty Hunter, issued a strong response to recent remarks made by Chris Proudfoot. Oh, let me read the title. At Night responds to baseless claims by CP regarding the $447,000 reward for missing teen Sebastian Rogers. At Night, in collaboration with Dog the Bounty Hunter, has issued a strong response to recent remarks made by CP, the alleged stepfather of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Sebastian vanished from the Proudfoot residence on February 25th, 2024. Mr. Proudfoot has publicly mocked and belittled the $447,000 reward offered for credible information leading to the recovery of his missing stepson, a reward that exists because of the failure under his roof. He has called it a joke, a remark as outrageous as it is revolting. Let it be crystal clear. This reward is real, active, and growing, backed by Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman, At Night, and an expanding coalition of American citizens desperate to find a child who disappeared on Proudfoot's watch. For a man who has done nothing to advance the search, Mr. P-Foot has had no hesitation in undermining those who have given everything to it. He and his wife KP have refused help, rejected direct offers from Dog the Bounty Hunter, lied about their cooperation, and aligned themselves with the YouTube disruptors and conspiracy profiteers, rather than true investigators, volunteers, or the public. Now they insult the very people searching for their son. At Night is actively exploring civil legal options against Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot for their defamatory conduct, willful misrepresentation, and interference with the search for Sebastian. So they are exploring civil legal options for willful misrepresentation, defamation, or defamatory conduct, and interference with the search for Sebastian. Their repeated lies and coordinated distractions have placed legitimate efforts in the safety of the public in harm's way. If Sebastian was kidnapped, it means that a predator still lurks in the streets of Sumner County. That is merely negligent. That is not merely negligent. It is dangerous, and we will not tolerate it. Every dollar of this reward represents urgency, action, and the commitment of those who refuse to let a 16-year-old boy vanish without a fight. If the P-Foots are incapable of supporting this effort, the least they can do is refrain from spreading misinformation. So then we also had it come out this past week that allegedly, it's not been verified by law enforcement, that law enforcement did indeed find a trash bag of clothes at the landfill. Not verified. Someone who works for a trash haul fleet that tips their truck there said they were there the day that they found it. An eyewitness is what she's claiming to be. This is not verified. So, but then again, lots of things aren't, right? So think about that. We also learned before that came out, we also learned a couple of days before from an article we watched that Sunny Weatherford said they were going to go back and analyze what they had found and what they had learned. No, what they found and what they know, or what they found and what they learned. I don't remember how he put it. Okay, that's very interesting, right? It went right over my head. So he is from Arlington, Washington, Kelly. Arlington, and there is his flyer is on my community post from yesterday. Today's a photo of he and Sebastian. And you can also get a flyer on Facebook. There's a group, help find Jonathan Hong missing from Arlington, Washington. And if you scroll down below their hashtags, you'll find their links. Okay. So Gypsy, the very same thing crossed my mind. And I'm not going to read it out loud, but absolutely crossed my mind. Yes. I know, Kelly. That's exactly what we're all thinking right now, too. Yes, I know. So we need to bring these missing boys home. There's so many missing. Bring them all home, and Operation Merlin Falcon channel said the problem with cases where the individual is an adult, there are limitations as to what Ellie can tell the family. Right. Now, do you think Operation Merlin, do you think that, though, my question was, or my statement was, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to correct myself right here, everyone. If law enforcement located him and he's 21 and he doesn't want to be found, do you think that they would stop the search and just let the family know he's safe? We've located him, but he does not want to, disclose where he is, but he's fine. What do you think? I don't know. Hit that thumbs up if you would. See what I'm reading some of your messages. I don't know how all these autistic children are leaving without a scent and not seen on camera. I have no idea how this is happening. Any children for that matter, but yeah, I mean, now we have 2. No scent, not on camera. Oh, there is a face group. Here, I'll give you one. It might have popped up in the last 2 days. I'll give you the name of it. Absolutely. Let me go to Facebook. Sorry. Going back to X. Help us find Jonathan Hong - endangered missing. Okay. And then there's another one. Oh, no, it's just the same one. Endangered and missing person is in Arlington, Washington. So it's called Help Us Find Jonathan Hong - endangered and missing person is in Arlington, Washington. That is the name of the group. Their last update was today that they found his clothing in the sister's laundry. So they have no idea what he would be wearing right now. No shoes, no nothing, no phone. So we need to, it just worries me because they're such a vulnerable population. And we unfortunately live in a world that loves to prey on vulnerability. So let's say our prayers tonight for both families. Seth, Jonathan's families, his sister, little Faith, who misses Sebastian, everyone who's missing both of them, everyone who's searching for both of them. Let's say our prayers, bring these boys home. Thank you all so much for being here. It's good to spend the evening with you again. 7:30 a.m. No, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. No. 7:30, 10:30 Eastern tomorrow. I will open up the Kohlberger jury box and we will be in there. I want to show you tomorrow, or I want us to listen to the audio of the 911 calls that they were mentioning today. They will be continuing with what evidence will be able to be presented to the jury. Today, the defense doesn't want the words touch DNA, bushy eyebrows, murderer, psychopath, or sociopath. So the judge ruled on those, and I'll give an update on that tomorrow beforehand because we're all probably very tired. I know I am. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate each and every one of you choosing to spend your Wednesday evening. I had to look Wednesday evening with me. Honestly, I do. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out so more people can learn about Jonathan and the similarities between the two cases. I think that could get a lot of people interested in Jonathan's case as well, along with Sebastian. So please hit the like button, share his flyer, talk about Jonathan Hong when you mention Sebastian Rogers. They're both missing. Circumstances as far as what they're wearing, what they took, when they were last seen, the time frames they disappeared, not seen on camera since, no scent. Alarming that they're so similar. But his family's worried he got in a car because they think he may have his iPad and he took that for road trips. But it doesn't have cellular data, and they believe it might be dead now. So, and regarding Sebastian, I think we're getting closer and closer. I'm hoping. I haven't been on the streets today following up on Sebastian because we've all been in trial, but I will certainly go do some digging tonight. Thank you all for absolutely everything. Mods, thank you for a very long day you put in. I truly, truly appreciate you. Hi, Annette. Hi and bye, my friend. Hello, everyone. Wait, what? Hello. Hi, Becky. I hope he's found soon, too. I really don't want, hi, Mama. I don't want this to go into months. But I did ask that question. Who was I asking that to? Austin, do you think, though, that if he's found, okay, yes, okay. Thank you, Austin, because I was kind of wondering that. All I need is Jesus. Look at you. You are so sweet. We appreciate you staying up late after all week. Oh, thank you. And I appreciate you all too. Getting early. We're hitting the trials early and wrapping up at night with missing kids. So thank you so much. And thank you for your sweet donation. You all are amazing. I adore you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. And it's 10:30 Eastern time. We're coming in about a half hour before the streaming begins in Ada County, Idaho, so we can listen to the 911 audios because they were mentioned today. Thank you so much, everyone. Talk soon and have a wonderful evening.